Hello, it's Nikki. How you doing? Thanks for being with me today. I want to have a bit more of a chat about packages that you may offer as a personal brand, as a service-based business owner, and some thoughts around something that comes up a lot for my clients, and it's things that I have done in the past as well. And that is offering a service which has two options. Now, this is not how I see things. And again, this is a really good lesson to kick things off, that language is everything. But basically having a basic, a standard, and then a VIP option. And I don't really like the word VIP. For me, I use DIY and done with me. That feels much better for me because I don't, the VIP thing, it just feels a bit 90s and dated. But this has worked brilliantly for my Speak Up course over the years. So my Speak Up course launched in 2000. Sorry, I've got cramp in my leg. Okay, my Speak Up course landed in 2019. And since many people have gone through that course, and they've gone through it in different ways. So there have been some people who have simply purchased the course and they've gone through the process and they've learned how they can become a paid speaker and quickly. And then there are some people who want to do the course, so they want to know all the knowledge, and the knowledge that it would take me a good few hours to be able to share. That's why it's in a course. But they want something extra. They want something bespoke. They want to know how that reflects and how that's actually going to work for them. Now, the reason that I do this, well, there's many advantages to do it. But ultimately, for me, as the person who has created it, I want people to get results. It's so important to me that when people buy something from me with the intention of saying, I want to become a paid speaker, that by the end of it, having done the work, that this is totally possible for them. I don't just want them to buy something and go, oh yeah, I bought that course from Nicky Raby, but I never bloody did it. That's not what it's about for me. It's about completing that circle. And so I use technology as well, this is another aside, to make sure that it's easy and accessible and that people can go through a process. So if you want to find out more about the technology I use, go ahead. I'll leave a link down below. But here are some things, now my phone is locked, that I want you to think about. If you have a basic and a VIP, just using that language, or a DIY and a done with me offering, automatically you're probably going to bring more people into your course because it will be accessible to more people. If you just have, I don't know, a £1 million course, there are probably going to be quite a few people, definitely going to be quite a few people who go, I'm sorry, love, £1 million for your course? No way, that's not going to work for me. I'll never see £1 million in my whole entire lifetime. Whereas if you have a £2 offering, it's going to open things up. And of course, as the business owner, you get to choose how you deliver those things. So having two options, it allows for different budgets. And budget, high end, low end, all of that stuff, it's completely and utterly subjective. So when people say about something being expensive or cheap, it's all due to their current circumstances. There isn't a one size fits all. Your DIY version and your done with me situation will allow for different circumstances as well. So as a buyer, there have been times where I haven't been able to go to a 3-day workshop where you go to one of those hideous, I think it's a lot better now, but in the beginning when I was learning to coach, when I was newly qualified, there were a lot of really terrible conference centres where you'd have to go and sit like this, like sardines, and whoop and cheer and stay there for 12 hours and high five a stranger and the coffee smell and yuck. And I just was not in a position to be able to do that because I had other work. There were times where I had a new baby, but I could watch the replay. I could do it, maybe not in 3 days, but over 3 months and still get the results. So that was fantastic with me, that DIY version. And then there are times when I've just needed somebody one-on-one. I've needed somebody completely and utterly bespoke, and I've needed it in that moment. So last year, when we were in the process of moving, we needed a structural engineer. Our home was built in, I think, 1902. It's old, it's in a conservation area. And I mean, it's not old in the scheme of things, but it's definitely been around a while. And we needed a structural engineer, and we needed it quickly because we were halting up the process of being able to move forward. Because if the structural engineer brought back loads of different problems, we wouldn't have gone ahead with the purchase. So in that instance, yes, I could do my own research and maybe an online course of all the things I need to know about structural engineer stuff. But I needed a bespoke person. I needed somebody who was going to sign it off. I needed somebody who was going to have some skin in the game, understand the risk, be able to feedback, go through all the jargon, etc. So I needed that, and I need it quickly. So when you're thinking about the circumstances in which people are experiencing your course, go into what is happening in their life. The next thing is, what is their personality? You might have people that are so introverted, and there have been so many times where people have bought courses from me, and I always try to send a personal thank you and just welcome people in and send that email of like, if you've got any questions, if you need any help with anything, or here's our customer email for customer support. We're here basically. Thank you so much. Sometimes you never hear from anybody. Like, please don't make me talk to you, Nicky. Like, I just want to do the course, and I want to do it in peace. It's almost like if you were reading a book and the author suddenly popped up and was like, "Hi, I'm noticing that you're reading my book. Do you want to have a chat about it?" And you might be thinking, "No, I don't. I just want to read your book on my own in peace. Thank you." And yet there will be some people who want all of you. They want to say, "But what do you think about this, Nicky? I've added this bit. This went really well. Can I tell you something else?" Or they need to bring in something else of their personality. They may want that interaction, that like, we're doing it together. You're my accountability pal. This is all going really great, etc. So that's why the Done With Me and the DIY versions can work really brilliantly. 2 more things. One is about timing. So I've touched on this a little bit. Some people just want to do things in their own time. And I've had this so often, especially in the early stages of being a qualified coach. There were so many courses, workshops, webinars, etc. that I did in Australia and New Zealand and in the States. And quite often those timings were not conducive. And I do remember logging in to something, and it was 20 to 12 at night. I can't even remember where it was or why it was. 20 to 12 at night is not my golden time. I want to be asleep by that time. I certainly don't want to be grabbing a piece of paper and writing some notes. And I just thought, gosh, the beauty of me being able to do what I want when I want is going to help me get the result I want. So sometimes I'll purchase a course and I'll do it as part of my morning routine. So I'll get up before the kids. Sometimes, especially in the summer, I'm awake at 5:30. I can do a solid 45 minutes on this course and get really great results. Equally, there are some people who want that time condensed. Like, can I just book in? I've had this so many times. Can I just book in a whole day with you, Nicky? We'll block out our calendars and let's just do the thing. They don't want the information to trail on for hours and hours and months afterwards. Give me the information, let's get it done, and that's it. They don't have the capacity, they don't have the desire for the bits and bobs situation. They just want to crack on. Finally, the extras. Sometimes people don't want the extras. And I think this is something that has come up with the coaching world, is this sense of you have to give value. you have to give bonuses. Like, give me the bonuses. What are we going to do? It's worth, £1,111. And this is this and this and this. And it's so many different things. And if you are after a DIY version, bizarrely, a lot of those things are of no relevance to you, because maybe you've chosen the DIY version because your circumstances are that you need to be at home. And I remember looking at a course and wondering whether or not to do the basic version or like the VIP version. And the VIP was like, build a community, come to Mexico with us for 5 days, and we'll meet 4 times a year to go to a different destination. And I remember at the time, my baby was so small. He was definitely like under a year old. And the first year of his life and my life as a mum, I just thought, I can't get my head, I can go to the shop and buy a sandwich. Like, I can't get my head around what that would look and feel like. And so therefore, I didn't necessarily see the value because it wasn't useful to me to be able to do that. But what I did do is I purchased the basic because I didn't need the extras. Then there have been times when I want all the extras. I want to be at the front. I want the lunch. I want the VIP thing. I want the Q&A. I want the signed book. I want all of it. And there's a lot to be said for that as well. So how can you serve those people? How can you elevate that? How can you bring all of that magic to life? And I think a place like Disney World perhaps would do this. Like, you can get the fast pass thing, you can get all the merchandise, you can have tea with Mickey Mouse, or I haven't done this for a long time, but this is just kind of what I hear. There are some Disney fans who are like, give me all of the stuff. Let me give you my money and I want the full on experience. So hopefully that's been helpful. Hopefully you'll be able to see different ways where you can offer things, where things can begin to move forward, where you begin to broaden your horizons. And this is one final note. The world at the moment can feel quite constricted, quite stressful, quite heavy. There's lots of stuff going on. And what we're looking to do here is think about how we can expand, how we can do things differently, how we can offer and tweak and deliver in different ways. And I hope today what you've gained from this is possibility and options and opportunities, and welcoming different kinds of people at different stages into your programs, into your services. Don't just eliminate people because you just think, oh, they've got to pay in full, or unless they're doing the whole extravaganza, then I'm not really interested. Sorry. Unless they're doing the whole extravaganza, then they're not for me. There are different ways where extra money could be brought into your business. Bonus money, if you like. And so have a different think about. So take this as a different slant and work on ways that you can make this fun, enjoyable, and feeling really great. If you want to go deeper into pricing and packaging and money and income pies and portfolio careers, etc., go to the money one. Go to the money one, which is nickyraby.com/the money one. Or if you want to do something for free, just go to the money room in my freebies house, nickyraby.com/freebies house. And equally, if you're like, just give me the VIP treatment, give me all the extras, the service, work with me one-on-one, go to nickyraby.com/work with me. And that speaking course that I mentioned, it's under Speak Up. You can do the DIY version, you can do the done with me version, and you'll see how that looks and feels in terms of my sales page. That's it for now. Thank you so much for being with me today. As always, sending you so much love, and I'll catch you next time. Bye.